We're with Lieutenant Colonel Andy Mcdaniel. Was Navy and Army. Has some stories. When did you first join the military? What year?
Let's see. It would have been 1985. So
some experience.
Yeah. Just a little bit. Yeah.
So you've been in Persian Gulf.
Correct.
And then you've been in the modern day wars where you suffered your injury.
Right. Correct.
What have you noticed as far as the differences from then to now?
I think the core things are actually the same in terms of, duty on our country and, soldiers. I mean, I kind of said this at a retirement ceremony of soldiers that I knew, but I mean, good soldiers are always going to be good soldiers, and there might be some differences with technology and things like that, but I think the core things are always going to remain the same.
Right. Right. So what injury did you suffer?
I was hit by a rocket. I was attached to a combat support hospital in Mosul, Iraq, and I was in what they call the living support area, and actually we were in these like small narrow trailers, and basically I was off that day. I'd been working for about 13 days straight, and literally a rocket basically came through the roof, and it embedded itself in the ground probably 3 to 4 feet from where I was. Basically later when EOD looked at the round and everything, they basically said that apparently it was an armor piercing round, so it embedded itself in the ground several feet, and I think maybe only half the warhead exploded, but a lot of people were pretty shocked I actually survived that. So I was extremely lucky that day. That's for sure. Yeah, very lucky.
You think you're having a bad day? Have you been hit by a rocket? So everything's in perspective.
Right, yeah, for sure.
What do you think the Battle Continues and other organizations can do to help injured veterans? What can the public do to help injured veterans?
I think just like with this organization, show us support. I mean, I think things have changed from the standpoint that I think most of the public realizes that they can support the soldiers and support the military. That doesn't mean necessarily that they're supporting the war per se. I think that's been a big positive change.
Supporting the soldiers is different than supporting the war.
Exactly.
Even if you don't agree with the war, soldiers are volunteer soldiers.
Volunteering, and they don't have anything to do with the decisions of where we fight or why we fight. And so basically,
they're volunteering to go to the military. They're not volunteering because they believe in the cause of the war.
Right, correct.
Doing their duty.
Absolutely. So that's one thing that I think's changed a lot in a positive way. I think one of the things that I personally would like to see improvement on is it seems like there's big geographic differences. In other words, there's a few states that contribute most of the people that serve in the military. I mean, it's usually southeastern states, Texas, and there's a number of states that are not as military friendly. I think they say now, I think that there's only 1% of the population is actually in the military. I think if you combined the people that are on active duty military with veterans, it might be more like 3%. But the point is, there's a lot of people in society now that don't know anything about the military because they don't have a family member or a friend or whatever that's ever served. So I think
you think about it, there's like a building burning in the background. There's 100 people standing here. 2 people go to rescue people from the burning building. The other 98 here should support those 2 people.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. And so I think just if for people that don't know that much about the military, if they could just make an effort to educate themselves, and again, you can always support individual soldiers or families of soldiers. That doesn't mean that you support a war or whatever's going on politically in Washington. They're actually 2 separate things.
Good message.
So, yeah,
Lieutenant Colonel Andy McDaniel.
the battle continues.